We'll review today the method for installing the Aquara Smart Door Lock. Purchase reminders. 1. Determine the door opening direction. Before installation, we must first determine the direction for opening and closing the door. This is the hinge of the door. The orientation of the hinge and the method for opening the door is used to determine the direction of door opening. When the person is outside the door and the door hinge is on the left, the door is a left opening door. If the hinge is on the right, then it is a right opening door. You must select the right option during purchasing. 2. Determine between the standard lock and the overload lock. This is the latch board. The latch board can be used to distinguish between the standard lock and the overload lock. A standard lock typically has an inclined latch board, a reverse latch board, and a set of main latch boards. An overload lock has a latch board, reverse latch board, and the main latch boards, as well as 2 reverse latch boards at the top and bottom. This metal piece is a guiding plate. The length of the plate can be used to determine the type of the lock. Guiding plate of a standard lock is typically 210 to 320 mm, while that of an overload lock is about 380 to 400 mm. Installation. 1. Unboxing. Open the packaging box of the Aquara Smart Door Lock. We'll see that there are 1 instruction card, 1 lock, 3 sets of keys, 1 square axle, 1 pack of screws, 1 door latching plate, 8 batteries, 2 electronic key cards, 1 frontal plate and 1 rear plate. If the door does not have a compatible guiding plate, we will need to acquire another guiding plate. 2. Adjust the incline board and the guiding plate with the incline board facing upwards and the reverse board facing downwards. 1. The cross recess screw above the square axle opening should face the inside direction of the door. 2. The cross-shaped recess of the locking core should face the outside of the door. 3. Check that the dimensions of the guiding plate are consistent. 4. Check that the direction of the inclined board is consistent. Replacing the inclined board and the guiding plate. Remove the 3 screws on the frontal face of the guiding plate of the lock and remove the guiding plate. To reverse the direction of the inclined board, rotate the inclined board by 180 degrees. Replace a matching guiding plate and return the screw to its original positions to make sure that the inclined board can be extended and pressed inwards without jamming. If the direction of the inclined board doesn't need changing, then you can simply replace the guiding plate. 4. Remove the original door lock. Remove the original door lock. Keep the old screws if a wooden door is used. 5. Creating spaces on wooden door. If the door is a wooden door, a chisel or other tools must be used to create spaces for installing the cables. 3. Door holes. Door handles are typically installed at about 1 meter above the floor. However, some 2-leaf doors and larger doors require the handle should be installed at about 1.2 meters above the floor. Installation will depend on the actual hole positions at the customer's home. Orient the central position of the door handle and align the door along the center according to the instructions provided with the box. Make sure that the side of the card is aligned with the side of the door. The door hole for the lock must have the same size indicated on the instructions to ensure that the screw bolt will not be stuck in the door lock panel. 7. Securing the lock. We will now secure the lock. Place the lock within the door slot and pull out the cable from the lock from the uppermost hole. Use the old screws that you've kept to secure the lock within the door slot. 8. Installing the square axle. We will now install the square axle. We can see that the square axle is marked with the words inner set and outer set, while the outer set and non-black flat spring should face the exterior of the house. With the black-colored flat spring facing upwards, insert the square axle from the exterior side of the house to the interior side. Apply force to insert the axle all the way through until the black-colored flat spring is completely sprung up. Turn the handle to make sure that the portion on the exterior side of the house does not move the lock and that the portion on the interior side will rotate the latching bolt of the lock. 9. Wiring and panel installation. Connect the cables to the sockets at the front panel, rear panel, and the lock. Carefully insert the cables into the lock groove. The connecting cables are provided with error-proof designs, so pay attention to the orientation when connecting. Locate the positions and connect the cable to the rear set. Do not apply too much force. Install the panel after connecting the cables. When installing the front panel, the anti-warping device and protective film must be first removed. The front panel must press tightly against the door, with no gaps in between. When installing the rear panel, make sure that the reverse locking knob is kept straight. Insert and tighten the 2 screws on the rear panel to secure the lock. After completely installing the forward and rear panels, make sure that there are no gaps in between. 10. Check if the lock properly installed. When the door is open and the screws are tightened, shake the door and make sure that the door lock does not shake with it. Turn the handles and check that there is no grating or jamming. Insert the keys and make sure that the keys can be rotated smoothly to lock the door without grating or jamming. Insert 4 pieces of AA batteries in the upper portion of the rear panel. The screen should light up. A sound feedback should be played when the screen is tapped. The door should successfully open using the correct fingerprints, password, or sensor card. The Aquara smart door lock will be successfully installed once all these tests are complete.